today. From U.S. Bank Stadium in Minneapolis, it's Week 17 of the NFL on EA Sports.
The kicker, Will Reichard, has the ball on the tee. And we are underway from downtown Minneapolis. And we will not see a run back on the opening kickoff. This will be a touchback. 6'4" Jordan Love taking the field for the first time. The 2020 first-round pick from Utah State set to lead Green Bay.
And the numbers were not pretty. I mean, they don't look right. When you throw 2 interceptions, no touchdown passes, there's no way to really make that work. But I thought there were a lot of his game tape. I think he's close to putting out a good performance. Let's see if he can flip those numbers around in this game. And, of course, rally his team to a win.
First carry for Josh Jacobs. And not much to speak of. Call it a 1-yard gain up to the 26. Hey, look at this defense for the Vikings. In that win last week over the Giants, they were very good.
And they needed to be because their offense struggled throughout the game. Sometimes as a defense, you're not just shutting down the opposing team's offense, but you're outplaying their defense as well. And that's what they did in the last game.
And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line. It's a gain of 16 and a first down for the green and gold. Well, the first drive here and the first time that we've called the big tight end's name, but I can assure you this, Charles, it won't be the last.
No, it won't, because when he gets going, now it opens up opportunities on the perimeter because that'll draw the defense towards him in the middle of the field. Now your wide receivers are getting involved as this game goes on.
Here's Jacobs on 1st and 10, and he'll take this ahead for about 4. Second down coming up. Now Love. Pass caught. It's Romeo Doubs. That'll get them the first down as they get 9 yards out of that quick slant. A handoff. Jacobs running to the left. And they go backwards here. Losing yardage back at the 48-yard line. A loss of a full 3 yards, and now it's second down. This defense for the Vikings, they were very strong in the win last week over the Giants.
And they needed to be because their offense struggled throughout the game. Sometimes as a defense, you're not just shutting down the opposing team's offense, but you have to outplay their defense as well, and that's what they did in their last game.
After the loss, they'll come up 2nd and 13. They'll stay on the ground with Jacobs. As he's got this down inside the 40 to the 39. Here's the 7th play of this drive. This is 3rd and 4. To throw now. Here's Love. Pressure coming from the Vikings, and they get there and bring him down. He couldn't get away there on 3rd down. The pressure too much, and he's sacked for a loss of 12.
And they're picking up right where they left off with the shutout that they pitched last week. A huge part of that, this pass rush. They know how to get after people.
Offensively, good luck finding some answers right now. On 4th down, the Packers called on Daniel Whelan to punt. Back deep is Tyreek Hill. This is away, but boy, headed straight for the sidelines. And this punt sails over the sideline, and the spot, it looks to be right at the 25-yard line. So here come the Vikings as they get set for their first drive. And a look at a guy, definitely got a little razzle-dazzle to him. Can do it with his arm or his legs. Their mobile QB.
We're seeing it more and more in this league, how teams love to have athletes back there taking the snaps, guys who can throw it and move around and get yardage with their legs if needed. He's one of the best examples that we see out there right now. He can throw for hundreds of yards one week and then run for 100+ the next. He adds an extra dimension that really confounds defenses when he puts it all together.
15 yards is the pickup there, and the drive starting very nicely. First down.
And what a nice example there of a tight end doing exactly what he needs to do. How about how he worked his way to the outside, made sure he secured the catch, and then anything after that, we count that as a bonus. And indeed, he gets enough for the first down.
One play has him up past the 40 already, and another 1st and 10. Up the middle, Jones. This will be stopped about 2 yards shy of the marker. 8-yard gain, 2nd and 2. On play action, now McCarthy. Got an open man, it's Valdez-Scantling. And he'll be out of bounds just shy of the 40. So into Packer territory now. Here's 1st and 10 at the 41. We're scoreless after 1. Second quarter now from Minnesota. It's the Vikings in possession of the football as they've got it with a 1st and 10. Working out of the gun is McCarthy. Going underneath, he's got Hockenson. So give him 5 yards there on the pitch and catch, and that'll make it 2nd down. Flag comes in. This might be a free play. Looks again for T.J. Hockenson, and he's got him again. And that one was relatively easy to see. I noticed that from up here.
Yeah, it doesn't take a whole lot, does it? Sometimes you get multiples. What I always love on these offsides is when each side points at the other. Hey, you did it. No, you did it. They deciphered that one correctly.
After the penalty, it's Jones. And nothing doing. He's immediately taken down at the line of scrimmage. McCarthy, 3rd and short yardage. Work in the middle of the field, and he's got a man complete. And he's taken down, but not before reaching the 10-yard line. Last play, they got stuffed at the line. Different story here, over 20 yards.
That's a sharp throw right there on 3rd down. They're looking to get the first points of the game, and they certainly don't want to be on a field goal. So that's a nice job to get the hook up and set up a 1st and goal.
From the 10, 1st and goal. Off the bootleg, here's McCarthy. Out to the left there and complete to the tight end, Hockenson. That's good for a gain of 6, 2nd and goal.
So much goes into a successful play, doesn't it? How about that play action there? Freezing the defense just enough to bring the tight end free downfield for the completion.
Trying the power game with Ham. And he tries to power forward, but he will not get back to the line of scrimmage. Officially, it will go as a 1-yard loss, and that's going to lead to a 3rd down.
After a play like that, there should be congratulations all the way around, I think, because if you can stop a big fullback like that, that's not easily done.
Yeah, he does not go down easily. You're right, but he did there. Now from back at the 5, this is 3rd and goal. McCarthy, he'll set to throw it. And this is going to be incomplete. Now the Vikings will send out the special teams crew here for a field goal try. From the left hash, a chip shot here. And his kick here is good. And the Vikings have a 3-0 lead. So a long drive gets him down inside the 5, but ultimately they settle for just the field goal.
And I have to think that if maybe they were a yard closer, that would have made their decision tougher, and I think they likely would have gone for it. But in this situation, they just decided to take the 3, and I think it was a smart move.
The Packers offense here coming back out for their 2nd drive. This one a little slow to get cooking. Just a 3-0 scoreline as they begin with a 1st and 10. They'll begin on the ground with Jacobs. A gain of 3, 2nd down. Second quarter, 2 minutes remain. 3-0 our score. 2nd and 7. Love now. A short throw to Musgrave. And he gets this up just shy of the 30 to the 29 before he's out of bounds. 3rd and 2. Love with it. He's got his target. That's complete. And he is going to have a Packers first down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion. Throwing. Love. The Vikings after him, and they get there for the sack. The defense rising to the challenge and setting him back on the sack.
Now that was a passer's nightmare. The front door totally shut down by the defense, so he kept going backwards, hoping to find another avenue of escape. It didn't exist.
Now then, after the sack, it'll be interesting to see what they have planned for 2nd and 23. Now throw there by Love, pulled in by Reed. And he'll be out of bounds across the 30-yard line.
But it appears that they read man defense and went to the out route. And what you have to do on that one is the receiver's got to make sure he works the defender towards the middle of the field to give himself space to cut to the outside and have that ball delivered with good timing, and they got it done.
On 3rd down, here comes Jacobs. The Vikings going to signal for the first of their timeouts as they'll head to the sideline and talk over what to do next. Here's Daniel Whelan on now to punt. And a fair catch signaled for and taken just outside the 20-yard line. A 41-yard punt there with no return. And it will be Vikings ball, 1st and 10. The Vikings taking the field here for their 2nd drive of the game. And still plenty of time remaining here in the half, more than a minute. And we'll see if they just want to protect that lead or try to add on to it.
Well, with as much time as is left on the clock, I would imagine it would be the latter. I think they're going to try and add on to it. So what they're going to tell the team is very simply, if you can get out of bounds after making a play downfield, terrific. If you can't, everyone hustle to the line of scrimmage, either run another play or clock it and start over again.
To the air with McCarthy. Buying time to his left. And he'll be taken down, but not before they work it across midfield. No one there to help out downfield, but no problem. Scrambling for 22 and a first.
Facing 2nd and short, that gives you a chance to go for a bigger play through the air. But I think he said to himself, why not just handle this one? Got all the yards he needed and then some, and made that snap a huge success.
Back-to-back good plays have them on the move on 1st down. Throwing is McCarthy. And this is incomplete. Very lucky to get that one back. That nearly picked. It's 2nd down now. Here's McCarthy. Flush to his... And he can't get rid of it. He's taken down. Rashawn Gary. He's the one to get him, and that is sack number 7 for him on the year. The Vikings going to use their 3rd and final timeout as the clock will stop with 21 seconds to go here in the 1st half. Hill going to go in motion right. And now a fake on the jet sweep and a give to Jones. And he'll get it into enemy territory just across midfield at the 49. That'll be good for 6, but now it's 4th down. They only punted twice in the win last week as he gets this one away. And they'll play keep away from the returner as this one will be marked out of bounds at the 13-yard line. Pretty good spot. So we've come upon halftime here in Week 17. As we'll head down to Orlando, that's where we find our man Jonathan Coachman at our EA Sports Halftime Report. Coach.
All right, Brandon, we'll get back to you two in a bit. For now, plenty of early game action around the NFL to get you caught up on, so let's get to it. lastly, let's check on one final game for you. And you can see they are scoreless as they play the second quarter. Meanwhile, in our game, not much happening on the scoreboard, just a lone field goal in that first half. For the call of the second half, maybe we can get a touchdown, fellas. Here are Brandon Godden and Charles Davis.
Okay, Coach, thanks as always. This one's still anyone's game as we welcome you back for quarter number 3. Just one field goal and a tightly played first half as we resume action here in quarter number 3. And he'll take it up past the 25 to the 26-yard line. Now the Vikings offense set to go to work to begin this third quarter. Their defense has pitched the shutout. Now they probably need to deliver a little breathing room, maybe make it a 2-score game as they've got it 1st and 10. The second half starts with a carry by Jones. And not a whole lot there, maybe a yard to the 27. Still 9 yards to go on second down from the 27. Looking to throw McCarthy to Valdez-Scantling over the middle. Call it a gain of 6 on the play. And now it's 3rd and 3. Coming up here looking for 3 yards to pick up the first. Now McCarthy. Escaping the pressure right. And he'll be out of bounds after getting this one across the 40. 8 yards that time, able to take off, and the result is a first down.
Well, he and his offense were staring down what was likely a 3-and-out. Zero fear from his side, though. Never doubted for a second they'd pick up the first. He's ready to pull the trigger on a keeper the moment it revealed itself.
McCarthy now on first down. And this nearly an interception, but it's incomplete. Well, a turnover really would have helped him there, but not to be. On second down, it's McCarthy. Open man is Waddle, complete. 9 yards, not quite enough, and they'll be left now with 3rd and 1. So they just need 1 yard here to pick up the first down. On play action, McCarthy. And he's going to be marked down just inside the 35. Defense was expecting run, and their delta pass of over 15 yards. I don't know what they talked about at halftime. Whatever it was, it worked. They look like a different team here in the third quarter.
Yeah, I doubt that there are very many trash cans that got kicked over, that type of a speech. I think what they did was they analyzed what worked in the first half, what didn't, and figured out a better game plan.
Still in search of their first touchdown of the game, but they're on the move. 1st and 10. McCarthy operating from the gun. And an off-balance throw there, and it's going to wind up incomplete. Now, these two division rivals, a couple of late games on the schedule this year. Their first meeting, you might remember, was back in Week 10, and it was the Vikings who won that one on the road, so they'll look for the sweep here in Minneapolis. A good action to this point in the third quarter. Just a 3-point game. 2nd and 10. An inside give to Jones. And they'll be inside the 25 now at the 24. So 3rd and inches, and this will be the 9th play of the drive. They'll try and run for it with Jones. And that one going nowhere from the start as he's met in the backfield and goes backwards. Not at all what they envisioned on 3rd down, 3 yards in the wrong direction.
Well, we saw a lot of negative plays that resulted in plenty of lost yardage in the first half, and that trend is continuing here.
Now the Vikings will send out the special teams crew here for a field goal try. He hit his first one, this from 44 yards out now. And his kick is good. And the drive will wind up yielding 3. defensive perspective, that keeps the deficit very, very manageable. You know, all things considered, not a bad job on the defensive side.
I would say that you've pointed out something pretty good right there, and that is you actually have both sides happy with that exchange. You know, happy in quotes, of course. One team, hey, we've kept it within range. The other side saying, hey, we put points on the board and did stretch out the lead. Let's see how this one turns out.
Yeah, still bottom line, though, 3 points for the opening drive of the third quarter. And they'll come out with a 3 tight end look on the first play of the drive. Love. A short throw to Musgrave. And he's going to be dropped following a pickup of 7 past the 30 to the 32. They'll operate from the 32-yard line here, 2nd and 3. Counter play with Jacobs. A gain of 5, good enough for the first down.
I have to think a major focus of the halftime meetings had to be figuring out how to create space for the running game to get operating.
Well, what you pointed out to me at half seems accurate. That line has struggled to sustain blocks.
Yeah, I would agree with that totally. They've got to focus on staying on their double teams at the first level, make sure that block's secure before they slide off and try and chip someone at the second level.
As they come to the line, they will not be able to get off another play as time has run out on this third quarter. We'll return with more after this. This is the NFL, and it's on EA Sports. On second down, Jacobs looking for a seam but finding none. He'll get back to the line of scrimmage, and that's it. The Packers on third down, just 1 for 3 thus far. This is 3rd and 8. Out of the shotgun, it's Love. He'll get this underneath to Jacobs. And he is going to have a Packers first down as they're able to get the third down conversion.
I'm not sure that was necessarily a safety valve or a check down throw on third down. Sometimes just try and find the open guy and get him the ball. He did exactly that and found a way to pick up a first down.
A couple of first downs on the drive already, as they'll go from the 47 now on first down. To pass, here's Jordan Love. He has it complete to Christian Watson. And he's going to get a solid gain of 9 before being brought down. 2nd and right at a yard. Back to the running game with Jacobs. And he'll go down shy of the 40 at the 41. They'll get 3 as the drive continues. It's a first down. Here's Love. And that is caught on the right sideline, but out of bounds, says the line judge. The throw took him a little too far. It's second down. Love looking to throw it. Got his man complete over the middle. It's Reed. A good-looking drive for the Packers so far. It's a first down.
And here we are in the fourth quarter, partner, and watch them drive for what would be a go-ahead touchdown. And you and I both know this is where you need a quarterback who can keep his cool back there. Not just for himself, but to keep the rest of the team relaxed too.
Ready. 60 red. 60 red.
Jordan Love ready on first down here. He'll complete this one to Watson. Fourth quarter, down to the final 2 minutes, and we've got a one-score game. So it's Packer football here as we welcome you back. 2nd and 6 coming up. Going back to Love. On the throw, led him too much that time. It's incomplete. The sound reverberating here in the dome. This is third down. Now Love. And this nearly intercepted. Probably should have been. Had he caught it, it would have sealed it. Instead, one more chance coming up on fourth down.
With that incompletion, reality is staring them right in the face. This entire game is down to the next snap.
Here we go. This is fourth down. Love looking to throw it. Able to find the open man. That's complete. And he'll be taken down, but he does have first down yardage. And this will be incomplete. Physical play on the football there, and it's second down. Love. Over the middle, complete. That's Reed. A big play here as the crowd noise rises. 3rd and 1. That is caught. And he'll be taken down, but he does have first down yardage. And we've reached the 1-minute mark in this game. Looking end zone, but it's incomplete. Second down, goal to go. Here's Love. This is caught. This crowd doing all they can. Here's 3rd and goal. And that is caught. Touchdown. And they're an extra point away from taking the lead here in the final minute. Now they can boot it through on the always important extra point, and then their defense has to hold up their end of the bargain.
And there's something that you've pointed out in numerous games that we've worked. Okay, the excitement's going on. Everyone's celebrating over there. Who's calling up the defense to make sure they're focused, because they still have some work to do?
Anders Carlson now for the point after. He's got it, and they take the lead at 7-6. So that about as lengthy a drive as you're ever going to see. And the result, a Green Bay score. Carlson back out there now to send this one away. Taken at the goal line. And he brings us out past the 20 to the 24. So all eyes on this Vikings offense. Down 7-6, 33 seconds to go. Needing at least 40 yards, you'd have to think, to have a shot. He's back to throw. Pass complete. It's Hockenson. And he'll manage maybe 10 yards, but they'll surrender that defensively, no problem. The Vikings going to signal for the first of their timeouts as they'll stop it with 25 ticks remaining on the clock. They're going back to the same well. It's Hockenson again. Now the Vikings will use the second of their timeouts. That'll leave them with just one remaining in this fourth quarter of play. Back to throw. And that is incomplete. Down to 15 seconds now. They'll try again here. 2nd and 10. They'll look to throw. Able to find Jones. And this is not going to be what they needed. They get a few here, but now 3rd down as the clock runs. 9 seconds, no timeouts left. Back to throw. And that'll be incomplete with just 6 seconds left on the clock. Too far for a field goal. They've got to go. It's 4th down. Going for it. Here's McCarthy. He's going to let it fly. And it's incomplete. So their final drive comes up empty. And with that, the ball game is over. Well, you really can't ask for much more than what we just had here. Not only a close game that went down to the wire, Charles, but a clean one, too. No turnovers in this contest.
And I think you're exactly right about that. To me, this is just a pair of offenses trying to find the slightest bit of separation from each other. And they were both hoping that the other side would make the big mistake first. But today, neither side made that mistake. And what we got, a very entertaining game throughout.
So for the Packers, the win is their 8th on the year. So that'll just about do it for Charles Davis. I'm Brandon Gaudin. You've been watching the NFL on EA Sports. For more, log on to easports.com. From Minneapolis, so long, everybody.
You wanna try to beat the force, I wanna try to defeat the law. You wanna be with me, of course. Show you look a piece, wanna see some more, see some more, see some more, see some more, see some more. Soul gonna rise when I leave this corpse. Show you look a piece, wanna see some more.
Don't be afraid of the bounce. See when your things levels got changed to your mouth. How can I walk in doubt? Never been a beg, never been a loud mouth. Pen can go for days. I'm obsessed with it, can't change my ways. So blessed with it, what can I say? Top form staying in shape.
You wanna try to beat the force, I wanna try to defeat the law. You wanna be with me, of course. Show you look a piece, wanna see some more, see some more, see some more, see some more, see some more. Soul gonna rise when I leave this corpse. Show you look a piece, wanna see some more.
I'm gonna run it up, though you know your fun is up. James knew back when I was coming up. Didn't wanna know then, now I bet they're loving us no more. No, R&R's, the bar is raised. If you know me, now I can bar for days. Nothing else to prove, cause I've done enough. Lights out, still gonna keep the torch. Check your little piece, wanna see some more?
You wanna try to beat the force, I wanna try to defeat the law. You wanna be with me, of course. Show you look a piece, wanna see some more, see some more, see some more, see some more, see some more. Soul gonna rise when I leave this corpse. Show you look a piece, wanna see some more.
Today, from Ford Field in Detroit.
Christopher Dunn has it teed up, ready to get started. And we are underway from Ford Field. This fielded right at the goal line. And he'll take it a yard or so past the 20, call it the 21. So here are the Lions now coming out for their opening drive. And leading them out, their signal caller. Now in his 4th season in the NFL.
If you ask coaches at any level to design their ideal leader of a team, I think they're going to check every box with this guy. He's got the poise to handle responsibility. He stays calm under any kind of pressure, and he brings out the best of his teammates each and every week.
St. Brown in motion right. He'll get it here on the jet sweep. And not the start he was hoping for there, as he'll maybe get back to the line of scrimmage, and that's it. call it no gain on the game's first play. And it's second down now. You talk about this Bengals defense. They come into this one down at the 27th position in the league, Charles, against the run.
One thing players always tell us is that they never really pay attention to numbers. I don't believe them for a second. They know where they rank, okay? They're not quite at the top, but they're far from the bottom. But let's face it, they want to move up. In order to do that, they've got to look at each other and make sure everyone's taking care of their assignments in order to play the run better.
Purdy. And that's going to be incomplete. But, man, his first throw, that nearly went the other way. Instead, it's fourth down.
That was their first third down try of the game, and clearly something was off in the execution of that play. Good news, they've got a whole game left to clean that up and start clicking on those key third down throws.
Gets past one man. It's a return of 4 following a 42-yard punt. And the Bengals take over 1st and 10. So out comes this offense to take over for the first time. They'll be led out by the #1 overall pick back in 2020 from LSU. It's Joe Burrow.
Hey, we all love a good story, and what we like even more, guys who can fight through adversity. Joe Burrow coming out of high school, goes to Ohio State, doesn't get a chance to start, transfers to LSU, not thought to be a top prospect, ends up the #1 pick in the draft, and justifies it. Tremendous play, excellent mobility, and leadership off the charts.
And they'll get it up just short of the 45 at the 44. Give them 13 yards on the opening play of the drive and also give them a first down.
That's a very nice game there. A confidence-building run. Love the execution up front, and the way he pressed the hole, absolutely perfect.
On 2.
First down, they stay with Moss on the ground. And he's going to take this ahead for right around 3 yards, but no more than that. Second down. Here's Burrow. That's caught by his big tight end, Mike Gesicki. And he'll take this from one 47-yard line to the other. A gain of 6. 3rd and 2. Now Burrow. Pass taken in by his big tight end. And he'll be taken down, but he does have first down yardage. A bit of a catch for him to remember. That's number 400 for his NFL career. Not a bad number at all. Now some movement before the snap. And we'll hear from our referee for the first time this afternoon. And maybe they were coming with a blitz that time and it caused a jump.
I think if we saw it, you know that they saw it. Might have been a little discussion down there. Bad guys coming. Pick them up. Pick them up. And someone jumped.
From midfield now, Burrow. He's going to loft this one deep left sideline. It's incomplete. Took a shot, couldn't connect. So they'll come up after the incompletion for second down. They'll give this to Moss running right. And he's going to be met at the line of scrimmage and taken down. Nothing there, no gain, and now they're looking at a 3rd and 15. A tall task ahead of him here, needing a full 15 yards to move the chains. Now on 3rd and long, they'll look to throw. That'll be caught over the middle by Moss. And he gets this only to the 44-yard line. Not near enough to keep the drive alive. That one good for only 6, and it leaves him with a 4th down.
How about that strategy there, Brandon? 3rd down. They just said, we've got faith in our tacklers. We'll give you the short stuff, and just decided to protect the sticks. So every time I hear fans telling me tackling's not a part of the game anymore, plays like that, I can clip and save and show them you have to tackle well if you want to be a good defense.
And now a low liner. I think he mishit it. And the punt over the side in the air, and the spot will be inside the 35. The Lions offense heading out as we give you a look at the playoff race coming into the weekend in the NFC. Well, including this week, 3 weeks remain in the regular season, Charles, and it is going to be interesting to see how this playoff picture sorts itself out before we head into the postseason.
Competitive, entertaining postseason, that's what we're always striving for. But I think we get it during the regular season, too, because you never know how things are going to go during the final weeks of the season. Every team pulling out all the stops to get a better seed or just to get one of those 7 seeds at the table.
And that's a run that'll energize an offensive line. They'll take that one all day long. Fundamental breakdown by the defense. You've got to be able to make plays on the edge.
Purdy looking to throw on first down here. And that's to Amon-Ra St. Brown. And they'll get him down as he's inside the 40. A good gain again. That's now 31 yards combined on those last 2 plays. No score after 1 on EA Sports. Back-to-back good plays have them on the move on first down. Back to throw, Purdy. That's complete. It's Rashad Bateman. And he works it past the 30, almost to the 25. Purdy to throw it on first down. Now that'll be caught by St. Brown. And they'll get him down after a pickup of 8, 2nd and 2. Purdy sets up to throw again. That's complete to Laporta. 60 catches for him now on the year. This last one, a first down. Purdy will set up to throw it here. Firing quickly here, and that's complete. Down to the 6-yard line on a pickup of 6 as he gets halfway to the goal line. First carry now for David Montgomery. A 5-yard gain there makes it 1st and goal. Gibbs. And no signal yet. I don't think he got in. He didn't. They'll mark him at the 1. Again, it's Gibbs. And he's going to take it in for a Lion touchdown. Jahmyr Gibbs, his 5th rushing touchdown. Post the first points of the ball game as they take the lead here in this 2nd quarter. Michael Badgley on for the extra point. It's up, it's good, and the Lions lead 7-0. So that drive consumes 9 plays all told. And it was all capped off by a touchdown run from Jahmyr Gibbs. The kickoff team on the field now as they will send this one away. And able to get this across the 20, but not much further as he's dropped it to 23-yard line. They were trying to create some space to run. They created the penalty.
And you work on it so much. You work on it so hard. But it's tough to simulate game speed in practice. That often runs you into a penalty.
It'll be a gain of 5, and that'll bring up 2nd down. Now it's Burrow. And this one incomplete. Too much contact to hold on to that one, and it's 3rd down. Burrow looking to pass. He's got his target. That's complete. And he is going to have a Bengals first down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion. This will be incomplete. Oh, a dream chance for a D lineman, but he couldn't pull that one in.
But there's an incompletion, partner, and the struggles through the air continue because So far, their lack of passing production has led to a lack of points.
Now a 2nd and 10. To the air again, Burrow. They'll run the screen with Moss. And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line. Now the Bengals going to use the first of their timeouts as they get the stoppage with a little over 50 seconds to go in the first half. 2 first downs have them up to the 41 now for 1st and 10. Burrow will throw. Over the middle, he finds Higgins. The Bengals going to use the 2nd of their timeouts as they get the stoppage with just under 50 seconds remaining in half number 1. On 2nd down, Burrow. Over the middle, he's got Gesicki, the big 6'5" tight end. And it's going to be another first down as they'll get him to the ground at the Lions' 42. They're passing here, Joe Burrow. Got his man complete over the middle. It's Moss. And he'll get it inside the 40 to the 39. And offensively, they'll take the timeout with 6 seconds left in the second quarter. So on 2nd down, the field goal unit is on here as they try to get 3 before half. And this is off target to the left. Didn't get there anyway. It's no good, and this will stay at a 7-point game.
And anytime you see a kicker trot out to try one from 56 yards, you know everything's got to come off perfectly for it to have a chance. If the laces aren't quite right, if he doesn't hit the fat part of the ball...
Oh, that's into double coverage and intercepted. It's DJ Turner who's got it, and he will be brought down on what will be the final play of this first half. So we've come upon halftime here in Week 17. As we'll send you down to Orlando, we check in with Jonathan Coachman for our EA Sports Halftime Report. Coach.
All right, Brandon, we'll get back to you two in a bit. For now, plenty of early game action around the NFL to get you caught up on, so let's get to it. Lastly, let's check on one final game for you. And you can see they are scoreless as they play the second quarter. In the first half, it was the Alabama man, Jahmyr Gibbs, who had it cooking. He had a touchdown run that helped get his guys this halftime lead.
All right, Coach, thanks. Yeah, both teams likely to make some changes in what's been a closely fought battle to this point. Just the one touchdown in that first half, 7-0 our score as we get going in quarter number 3. And we will not have a run back here as the second half starts with a touchback. The Bengal offense now with a football first here to begin quarter number 3. This is a game, Charles, that's been fairly starved for offense. Really not much in that first half. We'll see if they can get something going here as we look toward the third quarter.
And not just a chance to finally get a little more offense going, but to erase that small deficit they currently trailed by. I think they'd send a pretty powerful message to the opposite sideline if they drive it right down the field coming out of the half.
From the shotgun, Joe Burrow. Catch is made by Marquise Brown. And he's knocked to the turf right there at the 46-yard line. He was held without a catch in the first half, but he's got one here, and he also picks up a first down. Now Burrow. And Jones has it over the middle. And they're well past midfield, just a yard or two shy of the 40. Still in search of their first touchdown of the game, but they're on the move. 1st and 10. Here's Burrow setting up to throw it. And that, nearly picked off. Well, it would have been a great time for their first interception of the game. Instead, it's 2nd down.
And not a common sight, at least on this drive. A momentary setback, though, for this passing game that has been moving well this series. Good thing for them, though. Still 2 more downs to connect and try and pick up another first down.
On 2nd down, here's a run with Moss. And he is met at the line of scrimmage, and he goes down right there. Still needing 10 yards. Now it's 3rd down. Now it's Burrow. That's complete to his tight end, Mike Gesicki. And it's going to be another first down as they'll get him to the ground at the Lions' 32-yard line. Give him 10 yards there as this offense is on a roll. This drive continues to plunge forward.
For a tight end, he's got good straight line speed, and on that route, he's often the guy that gets overlooked. Nice job there finding him in stride for really good yardage.
From the 32 now, here's 1st and 10. Out of the gun, it's Burrow. And that, nearly picked off. It would have been a great time for their first interception of the game. Instead, it's 2nd down. Back to throw here. He's got Higgins over the middle. That'll leave him with a 3rd and 2 coming up. They got 8 yards there. They'll come to the line, needing only 2 yards to gain the first here. They'll try and run for this with Moss. And they needed 2. They could only get 1. 4th down.
Well, they certainly had success throwing the ball in this drive and not as much running it as we just saw once again on that last play. Stopped after a very short gain. But I wouldn't abandon the run totally because otherwise, pass rushers just tee off on your quarterback. Makes it very, very difficult for him in that situation.
Here's Christopher Dunn now for the field goal. This a 40-yard attempt from the left hash. And his kick is indeed good. And they are on the board, but still trailing. It's 7-3. So they were facing the deficit coming out of the locker room at intermission, and at least they're able to get the field goal to cut into that deficit.
Yeah, now your offense feels pretty good about itself, right? A little bit more up to speed coming out of the break. You turn to your defense now and say, hey, we got 3 there. We're chipping into the lead. Can you help us out? Hold them. Let's get the ball back for us.
So we get a look at the Lions offense as they get ready for their first possession of the second half. Their defense has done the job. Now it's the offense's turn as they've got it 1st and 10. Throwing here, Purdy. Over the middle, the catch made by Mitchell. They'll go for a gain of 7, and that's going to bring up 2nd down. St. Brown in motion right. He's going to get it on the jet sweep. Oh, and this one may need to go back to the drawing board. He's going to be swallowed up right away. Here comes 3rd and about a foot. Gibbs will try and pick it up. And he's got the first down yardage as he brings this up to the 47. 3 quarters in the books. You're watching the NFL on EA Sports. Back now at Ford Field. It's the Lions holding onto the football, and they also have the lead as we start quarter number 4. On 1st down, it's Purdy. Got St. Brown running the quick slant here. And he takes this one down almost all the way to the 30. That good for 21 yards on the catch and run. This is something you got to be wary of defensively. I mean, just because they're in the mode of trying to burn some clock doesn't mean they won't pass it. They got good yardage out of that one.
Yeah, and really, when you're looking at it, now they've got a fresh set of downs. Look for 2nd down. If they want to take another shot and try and loosen things up, that'd be the time to do it.
So they'll come up in Bengals territory now with a 1st and 10. 2-yard line. And that's going to be incomplete. Too tough to hold on to that one. It's 2nd down. Now Purdy. A little short pass here taken in by Laporta. 5 yards. Now it's 3rd and 5. But right there, he rose to the occasion late in a close game.
It's something he thought about, dreamed about, and worked on throughout his career. Because in these types of situations, he wasn't going to allow extra coverage to keep him from getting the football.
That is caught. Touchdown! Sam Laporta. His 3rd touchdown now on the year. And the Lions are looking to make it 2 straight as they add on to this 4th quarter lead. But that makes this a 2-score ball game. And, you know, the way this thing has been going, Charles, 2 scores kind of feels like 3 or 4 scores.
Yeah, that's a great observation. It's been a heck of a battle, hasn't it? And points have been at a premium throughout this game. So you have to wonder, is this going to be too much for them to overcome?
Badgley on for the extra point. And this one's right through to make it a 14-3 ball game. So this drive spans 7 plays. And the end result, a Detroit touchdown. And the returner down to a knee, and this will come out to the 30-yard line. Now the Cincinnati offense ready to see what they can do here. Well, that last touchdown we just saw, what an important one. Now it's back to a 2-score deficit for this crew as they take the field here, and they are in desperate need of finding the end zone. On 1st and 10, Joe Burrow. And this will be a gain of 5 as he gets it to the 30. Ball on the 30. They'll come up with a 2nd and 5. From the shotgun, it's Burrow. Over the middle, complete. That's Moss. And he's able to take this one up to the 35-yard line. Ball up to the 35 now as they come up on 1st and 10. They'll set up to throw. They'll get this to his tight end, Gesicki. And the result here, a pickup of 8. Leaves him with 2 to go on 2nd down.
Such a tough position to defend near the line, even when you add a second defender. But the big man shrugged off the extra body and made the play call a success.
They come up now on 2nd and 2. And they go play action now. Burrow. And it's incomplete. Took a shot, couldn't connect.
And they're at the point of the ball game now where they've got to take some chances. They've got to put the ball in the air and just see what happens. But this defense knows that all too well.
Burrow on 3rd down. Able to find the open man. That's complete. And it's going to be another 1st down as they'll get him to the ground at the Lions' 39. 2 minutes left to play in this football game here on EA Sports. So the Bengals in possession of the football here as we get you reset. They've got a 1st and 10 as they search for a late score. Throwing again, it's Burrow. And that throw behind his man. He missed him. Incomplete.
Whew, that's certainly not the worst thing. It stops the clock and lets your offense catch its breath and lets us exhale a little bit. Now I expect them to call a couple plays in the huddle so they're ready if a tackle happens inbounds.
Burrow. And that one's going to be off target and incomplete. Well, this crowd is making an impact right now. 3rd and 10. Throwing. Burrow. And that's going to be incomplete. The contact there enough to jar that ball free. And it brings up 4th down. And he's going to miss this one. Wide to the left from distance. It's no good. And they will remain 2 scores down as the difference holds at 11. Time for another look at this Lions offense. And a few kneel downs should just about do it. Now, defensively, they do have all 3 timeouts, but very little reason to use them at this point. The Detroit offense ready to begin their drive. Now they are really in the driver's seat here, enjoying this lead late in the fourth quarter. The defense does have all 3 timeouts, but at this point, doesn't look like it's going to matter much. You'd have to think likely another running play coming here, 2nd and 11. He's going to get it again. Just looking to get forward and protect the ball. The Bengals going to use the 2nd of their timeouts as they'll head to the sideline and talk over what to do next. They'll need 5 on this play to move the sticks. 3rd down, here's Gibbs. And he will have a Lions first down, and that's the one that should seal a victory. Now the Bengals going to signal for their 3rd and final timeout as they'll get it with just over 90 seconds to go in the ball game. And they take a knee. On 2nd down, here's Gibbs. 5 yards on the carry there, and it leaves him with 3rd and about 6 yards to go. I guess the simple question, why not just take a knee there?
I don't understand either why you would take any sort of a chance. We've seen it happen in the game of football. Doesn't matter whether you've watched high school, college, or the NFL. Some people get a little greedy, try to get that extra running play in, and it can backfire on them.
So this one's over. It's a win for the Detroit Lions, and they were spurred on by a strong performance in that 4th quarter as they held their opponents off the scoreboard.
Everyone wants to pitch a shutout for the entire game, but when you throw one in the 4th quarter, that tells everyone that you're getting stronger and dominance is starting to take over, right? The way that you close, the way that you finish, that gets preached to you from the time you're playing Little League football all the way up through. And they closed them out with a big-time performance down the stretch.
So for Detroit, they get their 6th win of the season against 10 losses. So that'll do it for us. For Charles Davis and all our crew, I'm Brandon Gaudin. You've been watching the NFL on EA Sports. It's a win for the Lions as we say so long from Ford Field.
Now I'm gonna give y'all another hit.
And I just put my drink down.
Milan, darling, Milan.
That, to the say, put y'all things run this. Miss she, her black, designer, say Gucci, Prada print. DOE, I'm a condo rich. Big Dolce, Diva, Donda, the Tokyo, Honda drip. Poppin' Dolce season, new persona, new pushback, but I'm still gon' get that. Labels quaking, they mistaken. I'm that.
Choose the team you want to start your franchise with.
I'ma get. Unfazed, unbothered, with a boo, why bother? I'm that, you ain't no. I'm a get money type of, if you ain't getting money, don't type me. Crocodile Birkin might bite him. Can't hang with her if I don't like them. These, I come through and nip you crickets. I come through and moves be switching. I'm the problem, I'm the villain. I don't see these rickshaws throwing dirt on my name and he gon' hit still. Know who to play with, and these know who to play with.
Today, from MetLife Stadium in New Jersey, it's Week 17 of the NFL on EA Sports.
Here's the kicker, Jake Elliott, ready to get this one started. And off we go from MetLife Stadium. And he takes this near the 25. Just a little pass there. Called it the 26. The former number 6 overall pick of 2019, Daniel Jones, trots out to lead this New York Giants offense.
We knew about the great mind coming out of Duke, and we saw the athletic ability and the potential. Watching it all come together and get better with each passing year, that's been fun. He can throw it deep, throw it short, and of course take off out of the pocket and beat you with his legs as well.
Now the first carry for Devin Singletary. And he fights forward for a modest 2-yard gain, second down. Now Jones. Open target here, Darius Slayton. And down he goes, but he takes it up to the 40. Throwing Jones. Johnson's got it complete. Give him a gain of 5 on the completion, and it's second down.
And there wasn't much room for the big tight end to do much after the catch. But at least he was able to pick up a solid gain to help his offense continue to move in the right direction.
And that is incomplete. A lot of force bearing down on him there. He could not hang on. It's third down. They'll stick with the passing game as he looks to throw. Into heavy traffic, and it's intercepted. And the Eagles are going to have great field position here as this is returned just shy of midfield. Well, that is a quick lesson on how difficult this defense is to throw against. An interception on their initial drive of the ball game.
Now we know why their offensive staff spent the entire week awake trying to prepare for this one, because you can't totally shy away from throwing the football. But at the same time, you're looking at them and going, where are the weaknesses? How are we going to move it?
One of the top defenses in the NFL for a reason. We just saw one example right there. They'll come out throwing here to start the drive. Fires the quick slant. A.J. Brown's got it. Solid way to start the drive. 13 yards, picking up the first.
I don't care who you put on him. He's going to be a handful in one-on-one throws.
Yeah, right now you're right. They're in man-to-man. Maybe need some safety help.
I would say that'd be a good idea. Double team him somehow. I'm going to have to make someone else beat me rather than let him shred my defense.
14 yards there and an Eagle first down. Well, no slow start here. A couple nice chunk plays back-to-back.
I love the momentum that they're showing here early because they did it both ways, right? Threw the ball on first down for a nice chunk of yardage. Came right back and ran the ball. Looks like they've got the defense set back on their heels. Let's see if they can keep this moving.
Back-to-back good plays have them on the move on first down. A handoff to Barkley on the option. And he's swallowed up right near the line of scrimmage. Here's 2nd and 10. Now a shotgun snap as they'll look to throw. He'll get only 3 there, so it leaves him with a 3rd and 7 ahead.
Well, they're unable to convert that into much, but it's never a bad idea to try to get the ball into a tight end of his caliber's hands and see what kind of disruption he can cause.
Here's 3rd and 7. They'll drop to throw. Trying to find Barkley on the out route, and he's got him. And boy, he is very close to a first down, but from where they're spotting that football, he's going to be a foot or so short.
So much about offense is what you call hidden yardage. You know, you throw the ball to someone, they catch it, and then they can make a big play. You know, they create a play, run after catch. They did a really nice job there of limiting that and keeping him from a first down.
Yeah, stopped him in his tracks. Now Jake Elliott, earlier in his career, he beat these Giants with a 61-yarder. From the right hash, this a 31-yard attempt. The kick by Elliott is good. And the Eagles, they take a 3-0 lead. So he's been automatic to this point of the season, and he connects on the field goal there.
And what a luxury it is to have a kicker you can depend upon, partner, because he hasn't missed all year long. Converts on that one as well. And kudos to you. You didn't jinx him.
And they will wrangle him down a couple yards shy of the 30. As the Giants head back out there, let's take a look at the playoff picture in the NFC. Their second drive here of the ballgame, Charles. Remember last time they threw the interception, but the defense held up. It bent a little but didn't break, only giving up the 3 points.
Yeah, obviously they left some points on the table there their last time out, but boy, they have to thank their defense for holding the opposition just 3 after they threw the pick. Their turn now. Back out on the field, putting together a good drive and get some points of their own.
Looking to throw again on second down. Jones, he finds his man Johnson. Second catch for him today, and it'll wind up a first down. $3-0 after 1 on EA Sports. Ready to roll for the second quarter from MetLife Stadium. The Giants with the football, as they've got it with a 1st and 10. Back to throw. Jones. Pass is caught by Rondale Robinson. And he'll be taken down, but not before he gets into enemy territory. Now a play fake here on first down. He'll get this out wide to Singletary. So 5 yards here, 5 on the play, and it'll be second down.
That's now 4 completions in a row. A good bounce back following the interception last drive.
Certainly not letting it affect him, that's for sure. And we all know interceptions are going to happen. So the big trick, don't let it affect you going forward. Most of the good quarterbacks, they just tell the ball boy, get that one out of the rotation, give me a fresh ball, and let's go. He's got his offense moving again.
A 5-yard pass on the heels of a 5-yard run. Good enough for the first. Back to throw again.
He's got Slayton on the slant.
And brought down, but not before they're inside the 25. Again, he'll drop to throw. That's complete to Robinson. And he takes it down to the 10-yard line. They'll look to throw again.
Oh, he tried to fit it in on the slant, and it's intercepted.
Chauncey Gardner-Johnson with a pick. And they will finally get him as he's all the way down near the 40-yard line.
Definitely not the ideal time to see that mistake, partner, because this is still a one-possession game, and that's at least a field goal that just vanished with that turnover. Now, pressure's on defensively to prevent that pick from turning into points for the other side.
So back onto the field, here come the Eagles for their second drive. Well, what do you think? You get the ball off the turnover near the middle of the field. You take a shot here on the first play?
You know I'm big on that. I love when I have great field position. After a turnover, I feel like I might have a little bit off balance. I prefer to take a shot, but a lot of coaches will tell you, you only do it if you trust the guy who's got the football in his hands. Meaning, if it's not there, he won't force it downfield and maybe turn it into an interception. He'll go to the check down, go to a second option, and go ahead and take the play that's in front of him.
Second and a couple.
They'll set up a throw. He gets this to Devontae Adams. And he'll be out of bounds just inside the 25-yard line. Back-to-back good plays have him on the move on first down. They'll look to throw. And he's going to go down. They sack him back right around a 30. It'll be a loss of 7 on the sack, and it brings up second.
They just gave up a sack there, and if I'm not mistaken, they gave up 4 last week, didn't they?
Yes.
And just looking really porous, aren't they?
They really are, and I'm wondering if they're going to have to start thinking about keeping the tight end in, maybe a back, someone to help assist, because right now, their quarterback's been getting hit a lot in the last couple of games.
Now, following the sack, they'll look to make amends on a second down and 17. They'll set up the screen to Barkley. And he stopped right at the 25 after a gain of 5.
Tough spot here, third down and 11.
He'll look to throw. Nowhere to turn this time, and he goes down. Sacked back at the 29. The Giants going to go ahead and use the first of their timeouts as they'll head to the sideline and talk over what to do next. The kick by Elliott is good, and they're able to double their lead just before half. It's 6-0.
Well, they already had the early lead, and they get the interception, Charles, and now they add 3 more with the field goal.
Yeah, they're in control of how this game is playing out so far. You mentioned the early lead. Now they're expanding on it, getting plays on both sides of the ball. A winning recipe if they can keep this up.
Possession switching back to the New York Giants.
And it's been a miserable start for them offensively. Obviously, 2 drives, 2 interceptions.
And this is where you have to know your quarterback and know how you actually have to reach him. Do you do it with a little bit of humor? Maybe you break the ice a little bit, like, hey, didn't we practice in that colored jersey all week, not the one that you're throwing it to? Or maybe you have to be stern with him. But whatever it's going to take to get the message, it has to be done. He's putting the game in jeopardy.
Now the Giants will use the second of their 3 timeouts, as the stoppage will come with a little under a minute to go in this first half.
Meanwhile, Jones' throw taken in by Slayton.
Clock rolling as the Giants will hurry to the line. To throw again on second down. Jones, he finds Robinson. And he's able to take it across midfield before going out of bounds. That one a first down pickup of 8. Operating from the gun. Jones. Johnson with a completion over the middle. And he's got this down to the 35. This offense finding its legs now. Here's another 1st and 10. From the shotgun, he'll look to throw. Again, it's Johnson. And they are able to stop him, but he does take it all the way to the 2. And they'll burn the timeout with 5 seconds left. A chance to try to add 3 points before heading to the locker room. And his kick is right there. It's good, and they are on the board, trailing now 6-3.
So a conservative decision there, but it does put him on the board.
And I know the players hate it and the coaches hate it, but sometimes you just got to take the points when they're there. Sometimes a field goal is pretty darn good.
So we've come upon halftime here in Week 17. As we'll send you down the coast now to Orlando. That's where we find Jonathan Coachman ready with our EA Sports Halftime Report. Coach.
All right, Brandon, we'll get back to you two in a bit. For now, plenty of early game action around the NFL to get you caught up on, so let's get to it. Let's check on one final game for you. And you can see they are scoreless as they play the second quarter.
Okay, Coach, adjustments likely going to play a big role in this third quarter in what's been a tight contest so far.
So the Eagles with the lead, and they're going to get this football first as the third quarter gets underway. And up to about the 26-yard line, just across the 25. Out come the Eagles now as he'll go on offense first here in the third quarter.
And they've got the lead. CD, what do you think the message was at halftime?
I don't think the message was too drastic, I think, at the half, or that they need to change things too much. I do think the offensive line can play a little bit better. I think they'll try and help them out more. They'll probably keep a tight end in a few more times and maybe add a running back to the formation and pick up those pass rushers, because they probably allowed a few too many sacks for comfort in the first half. And his play caller does a nice job of giving him an easy throw to start this drive, and he takes advantage of it. The completion sets up a manageable second down.
On second down, here's Barkley, and he'll be brought down right around the 37. 2 yards, good enough for a first.
These two teams, they met earlier in the season in Philly with the Eagles winning that ball game. So they're looking for another win here at MetLife Stadium to take the season series 2-zip.
Back to throw now on first down. They'll get this out to Barkley, complete. And he will lose yardage back to the 34-yard line. That one unable to develop, never got going. A loss of a couple, and it's second down.
Well, Brandon, we could see that play developing, and they were hoping that he was going to be able to put a move on the first guy and turn it into a big play. But no such luck. The speed on defense continues to get better and better in the NFL. Pretty nice example there of those guys being able to run from their assignments and finish off that play.
Here we go on 2nd and 12. He'll find Paris Campbell. That's complete. And he'll be taken down, but not before he works it past the 50. He was held without a catch in the first half, but he's got one here, and he also picks up a first down.
And that's the kind of play this offense needs to maybe kick them into gear a little bit. They've been stuck in neutral much of the game. Perhaps that can give him a little bit of confidence that big plays are out there.
So the drive takes him into Giants territory now, 1st and 10 at the 48-yard line. Now back to throw.
And he'll get this underneath, dropping it off for Barkley.
They'll give him 4 yards there, and that will bring up 2nd down. Up the middle with Barkley, able to power through. And he takes it down to the 40 with a pickup of 4. In the first half, he was held in check on the ground, but despite that lack of production, they still have the lead.
And they've got to feel fortunate about that. If they could actually get production from their lead horse, that would help open up this offense and widen this margin, too.
They'll try to run for it with Barkley. And he will have a 1st down as they get him to the ground at the 37. A 3rd down gain of 3 yards, and that'll be enough.
Well, they're hoping that the second half is better for him than the first half. They've got to find a way to get him going. He's a big part of their offense.
Line of scrimmage, the 37 on 1st and 10. Again, it's Barkley. Slipped 1 tackle, but no more as he's knocked to the deck behind the line of scrimmage. 2 yards the loss, 2nd and 12.
This defense is just flat getting after it. They have not given up much of anything in the run game. Case in point right there.
A small bit of adversity here on what's been a strong drive as they come up 2nd and 12. Now they'll switch it up here and look to throw.
And the timing a bit off that time as that one falls to the ground.
An incomplete pass on that last play, and that means they'll need to come up with something here on 3rd down. Looking left side, and he's got a man. That's Brown. And they're going to have another 1st down as the tackle's made at the Giants' 26. Just his 2nd catch of the game so far. This one moves the chains.
Whenever we talk about moving the sticks and controlling the football, there's a great example right there. Those are the 3rd downs you need to convert to win football games. We're in the 3rd quarter of this one, and this is a tight one. In order to maintain pace, keep the ball away from the other team, and put points on the board, those are the plays they need to continue to convert.
They go back to the ground now with Barkley. And not much of a hole there as he gets it down to about the 24-yard line.
Bobby Okereke making that tackle.
I'd say they've got to find a way to get him going. He's such a big part of their offense. I wonder if they might throw it a little and come back to the run.
Anything, because you're right. He's pretty much been completely neutralized. And they're not going to get to the line to run another play. So we will switch ends as the 3rd quarter has come to a close. You are watching the NFL on EA Sports.
Here's 2nd and 9. This one goes out wide for Barkley.
And they're going to have another 1st down as the tackle's made at the Giants' 14. They'll look to throw here. Throw right side, caught by Goddard, the tight end. This will be stopped about 2 yards shy of the marker. 8-yard gain, 2nd and 2. He'll drop to throw. Now a battle for the football. It's caught. It's a touchdown. Dallas Goedert, his 2nd touchdown on the season.
And the Eagles are able to build on to their 4th quarter lead. Well, we lasted all the way to the 4th quarter without a touchdown being on the board, but here a key one to extend the lead.
Definitely, and I really doubt, though, that that's going to open the floodgates. What do you think, partner?
No, not the way that we've seen these defenses play.
Yeah, no doubt about it. They've been rock solid, but we had to know that sooner or later, someone had to surrender a touchdown, and it happened right there.
On for the extra point, Jake Elliott. Giants up and good to make the score 13-3. That one was an extended drive, 14 plays all told.
And the drive was all finished off on the touchdown catch by Dallas Goedert.
Now after the touchdown, here's Elliott on to kick it away.
That's going to be taken at the goal line, and he'll return it. And he returns this to the 22.
And the Giants ready to come out now.
And you figure after giving up that last touchdown, they trail by 2 scores here in the fourth quarter. This drive becomes very critical.
Jones and the Giants now with a 1st and 10 at their own 22.
He'll give it to Singletary here to start the drive. He'll get this to the 24, and it's 2nd down. Here's a 2nd and 8.
Operating from the gun, Jones. And he's going to lose a yard or 2, taken down behind the line.
Finally hauled down for the first time this game. Multiple defenders in there to drop it.
Remember, throughout my career here in defensive coaches always say, guys, you got to earn the right to rush the passer. Well, they put themselves in a great spot with this big lead, and they know they've got to throw the ball.
These pass rushers have to be salivating. It is pin your ears back time indeed.
They'll come to the line here needing 9 yards to pick up the first.
To throw on 3rd down, Jones. And this is intercepted, and that should do it. And he takes this one back into the end zone, and the Eagles defense gets a pick-6 TD.
Well, just add that to the list of great moments for this defense today. They've really shredded that game plan on the other side all 4 quarters. And, Charles, that pick-6, that's kind of the cherry on top.
Yeah, and they did it, and I feel like I'm quoting a bad movie line, but they did it together, didn't they? Fed off of each other, every big play they made, every tackle, every pick, everything they've done. They continually built energy in this one, and how about them culminating with a pick-6?
Elliott good on the extra point, and that'll make this a 3-score game now. The lead moves to 17. So they throw the pick-6. They'll get another shot at it now as this one's in the air.
And here comes a return from just beyond the goal line. And he'll be tackled just shy of the 25.
The Giants offense at the line, ready to begin their next drive.
And that last pick-6 may have been the backbreaker as they now face a 3-score deficit in the fourth quarter. They need points quickly.
Brandon Graham, that is one he will remember. It's sack number 85 of his great career, moving him past Hall of Famer Howie Long on the all-time list. And no matter what the situation, the O-line just hates that because they feel like they didn't protect little brother back there, right?
Man, that's just so difficult for them because just think about every single play. When you decide to throw the football, you're dealing with some of the best athletes on the planet. You talk about guys, if they weren't playing football, they'd be starring in the NBA at power forward. It's a really difficult task.
Got to assume this defense will be charging again here. It's 2nd and 15. Dancing to his left. And he works his way past the line of scrimmage and then slides to a hole. He'll wind up getting 4 there on his own, but it will leave him now with a 3rd down situation. So it's Giants football here as we welcome you back. They face a 3rd down now as they try to find a late score. Looking to throw. Jones.
And this pass broken up. The contact well timed there, and now 4th down. Desperation time now. Here's Jones.
Now a desperation throw deep downfield. And that is incomplete, but a penalty flag coming in. This could be a first down. Now it's 1st and 10 after a costly penalty there on 4th down. They'll run a draw now with Singletary. And he maneuvers up the middle for 3. And it's 2nd down. They're going to need to get up and set in a hurry. Jones now looking to throw on 2nd down. And he fends him off. And he'll be out of bounds just inside the 25-yard line. He'll wind up with positive yardage. It's a gain of 3. But now it's 3rd down.
I did like his decision-making there to make sure they picked up something instead of forcing a throw. Now they've got more manageable play coming up to try and pick up the 1st down. And don't rule out the possibility that he just keeps...
And his pass is intercepted for the 4th time today.
Picked up by Brandon Stevens. And the Eagles are going to get the football here as the ball will come out to the 20. Well, field goals probably aren't going to cut it at this point. This was touchdown or bust, and unfortunately for them, it turned out to be bust.
Yeah, they're feeling like they've got to force the issue here. Maybe take some chances they wouldn't have earlier in the game. But give credit to this defense. They've really stood tall throughout, and they come up with the interception in the end zone.
Here comes Eagle offense now as they get set to take over here.
And they look to finish strong in this 4th quarter, and this is a unit that certainly has turned things around from a week ago. Just a much more productive all-around ball game. And not a whole lot of room to operate there on the 1st down run. He gets maybe 3. Now 2nd and 7 from the 23. They'll run it again with Barkley. And he's taken down, but able to slip across the 35. 14 yards there and an Eagle 1st down. This defense, Charles, they have unraveled here in the 4th.
In a sense, it's like they're being pressed, like in a basketball game, and they just can't get the ball over half court. I mean, no matter what they do, they can't get off the field. They can't slow them down. They're just going up and down the field against them. Yeah, unraveling would be a perfect word for them.
So a solid run by Saquon Barkley and another 1st and 10 here.
From the gun, they'll try to run it.
And he'll be taken down here, and that is how this one is going to come to an end. So it's a victory here for the Philadelphia Eagles. And it was their defense that really made the statement after the break. They pitched the second half shutout.
Yeah, think about the team that just got vanquished. They did score in the 2nd quarter. Do you think they thought at all that that would be their last points of the game?
No, but what a second half. The adjustment, whatever they did in the locker room, it certainly worked.
It certainly did, and you're exactly right. Whether it was an adjustment, whether it was just more focus on what they planned to do going in, whether they just played better, whatever it was, it all came together in the second half, and no points were allowed. That's a great way to close them out.
So for Philadelphia,
they get the critical victory to move them to 9-7 now.
So that'll do it for us. For my partner, Charles Davis, and all the hard-working men and women on our crew, I'm Brandon Gaudin. You've been watching the NFL right here on EA Sports. With that, we say so long from MetLife Stadium.
today. From Levi's Stadium in...
The kicker, Jake Moody's got it teed up. And we are underway now from Santa Clara. From a couple yards deep, he'll bring it out of the end zone. And able to take it past the 25 and up to the 28-yard line. So out come the Bucs now for their first drive. Under center, it's the 2017 Heisman Trophy winner as you get a look at Baker Mayfield.
And you and I both know that any win is a good win, and that's what they did last week. But there's also plenty for him to work on in his game, wasn't there?
Yeah.
2 touchdowns, an interception. Yeah, you know, he wants to increase that a little bit in terms of ratio. But first and foremost, they did win the game.
Baker going to throw this right away. Man open. He's got it complete to Cortland Sutton. Snap will come from the 31 on 2nd and 7. A first carry for Rachaad White.
And he'll do a nice job here just to fight his way back to the line of scrimmage.
Now they face a 2nd and long following the holding penalty. Mayfield. This is White on the screen. Hook up of 15 yards there. And it makes it 3rd down and 2 yards to go. They'll try to pick this up on the ground with White. Runs through the contact. And getting this just shy of midfield. They'll spot it at the 49. First down Tampa Bay there, a gain of 13. 3rd and short, so didn't need much, but got a little extra on the backside. Nice run.
Chewed up the yardage, didn't he? To me, that was offensive line with leverage, good blocking angles, taking on a stacked defensive front. And once they chopped that little hole in the beginning, he took it and rambled.
And just the 3rd play from scrimmage, wanted to avoid the 3 and out and did just that. First down, Mayfield. Got a man open, it's Sutton. And he is tackled inside the 40, not quite to the 35. So from inside Niner territory now, this is 1st and 10 at the 37-yard line. That to the sideline, and it's intercepted. Picked up by Charvarius Ward. And the Niners are going to get the football here as he gets this up to the 38-yard line.
Well, it's no secret he's had trouble this year with interceptions, and this is a bad start for him. First drive, throwing another pick.
No matter who's broadcasting his game, that's how the conversation begins. Throwing too many interceptions. Can he take care of the football? If I were his backup, I'd be edging towards the coaches and saying, hey, how about giving me an opportunity?
Good starting field position for the 49ers as they have it 1st and 10 at their 38. After the interception, here's Goff. And right away, he lost the football. And able to get this one across the 45 before he's brought down. And the defense not able to get it. From a defensive perspective, what's that moment like when you realize the ball is loose?
It is a moment where all concentration goes right to the football. This is something you've talked about in all your preparation for the game. You probably talked about this training camp. Knock the ball free, take it away from the other team, and now you have that chance. There's a little bit of deflation when they end up recovering it.
They knocked it free, but couldn't take it away. On 1st and 10, Goff. The first catch of the game for George Kittle. And taking it across midfield and just shy of the 40. The Niners have the first down on a gain of 11. First carry for Christian McCaffrey. And he'll work free from one tackle, but that's about all as he's taken down. The numbers for McCaffrey last week. 16 carries, 64 yards, and a touchdown.
Brandon, we both know plenty about this game, but you don't have to be an expert to figure out that they're going to lean heavily on their ground game to try and win this week. He sits number 5 in the league so far in rushing, and when they've had success on that side of the ball, he's been at the center of it. If they want to win in this one, he's got to play like that and help drive them down the field.
On first down, it's gone. He's going to drop this down to McCaffrey. And he stopped right at the 25 after a gain of 5. Back to the ground attack here. It's McCaffrey. This will be a short gain of 3 before he's brought down at the 22. We're scoreless after 1. The 49ers with the football here to begin the second quarter. Trying to keep the drive going here. This is play number 7 on 3rd and 2. A shotgun snap for Goff.
Work in the middle of the field, and he's got a man complete.
And this is going to lead to another first down as the tackle's made at the Bucs' 13-yard line. Give him 10 yards there as this offense is on a roll. This drive continues to plunge forward.
What a drive this has been, just chewing up the yardage. And here's one of their best plays yet as they finally get down into the red zone and look to finish this off with 6.
From the 13 now, they work on 1st and 10.
They'll run with McCaffrey. And they'll lose yardage here. They go backwards to the 13-yard line. Officially, it's a 1-yard loss. That's going to bring up 2nd and 11.
The short field shrinks even more with the type of bodies they brought in on that play. Those extra tight ends, they weren't able to secure their blocks, and that one ended up going backwards.
Maybe just a slight detour on what's been a strong drive. Here's 2nd and 11. Again, they run. Again, it's McCaffrey. And power running here down to the 6-yard line.
That flag accepted, and it backs the offense up a little bit.
They'll come up now on a 2nd and long after the hold. Gone. Connects with Kittle underneath. They'll wind up getting just a yard out of it. And they're going to face an uphill battle here on 3rd and long. Here's Goff. His throw caught at about the 5. It'll be a pickup of 16, but they'll remain short of the marker, and it's 4th down.
Nice job understanding the situation. 3rd and long, kept the play in front of them and made the tackle. They gave up a good chunk of yardage, but it does force a 4th down.
The offense is not leaving the field. They're going to stay out and go for it on 4th and 3. They'll run with a fullback, Juszczyk. And he'll take this into the end zone for a San Francisco touchdown. Kyle Juszczyk.
His first rushing touchdown on the year. And the 49ers post the first points of the ballgame as they take the lead here in this second quarter.
And this time, not the running back down on the goal line. They feel they need that extra muscle. They go to the fullback, and it pays off.
And it's nice when you have a running back who can serve as a decoy, hand it to the fullback, and let him follow the big guys into the end zone.
Jake Moody now for the point after.
He hasn't missed an extra point all season, and he won't miss this one either. And it's 7-0. A pretty long drive that time. 11 plays all told. And it's finished off with a 5-yard touchdown run.
So here's Moody back out there now to send this one away. This taken in at the goal line. And he'll take it up past the 25 to the 26-yard line.
Tampa Bay, they're getting ready to set up shop here for their second drive. They threw an interception the first time they had the football, wound up leading to a touchdown the other way. How do you approach drive number 2?
Going back to your game plan coming in, everyone has matchups that they like better than others, where they think they have an advantage. dial up some of those plays. Try and go to those spots and get your offense moving.
And this is going to be a Bucs first down as he gets it up past the 35.
That's pretty much meat and potatoes right there, wasn't it? Just go right at them and let your big horse charge up the middle. Not too fancy there, was it?
Nothing fancy at all, challenging that defense, and on that go-around, the offense won the challenge. So from the 36 now, 1st and 10. They'll bring the tight end in motion right. They go right back to White here on first. He can only manage to get a couple. 2nd and 8 coming up. Trey Greenlaw in there on the tackle. 2 minutes on the clock, second quarter, 7-0 ball game. From the 38 now, here comes 2nd and 8. Mayfield looks to throw. Here's White. They set up the screen. And he will lose yardage back to the 34-yard line. They'll get to the line here, but remember, it's also 3rd down. And he gets this one to midfield before he's brought down. 1st down now, but that clock rolling. Mayfield now from the 50. And that is incomplete. Oh, the coverage a little too good there, and it's 2nd down. They'll throw again. Here's Mayfield. And as he throws and the ball is out, it's a live football. And this ball recovered by the offense, but remember, they cannot advance it here in the final 2 minutes of the half. So this will be blown dead, and it'll come back to the spot of the fumble. Here is 3rd and quite a ways. They'll go up the middle with White. And he'll get up to the 43-yard line. The 49ers now going to use the first of their timeouts as they get the stoppage with a little over 50 seconds to go in the first half. He was only asked to punt once in the victory last week as he sends this one away. Oh, and what a play on special teams here. This is going to be down inside the 5 all the way down at the 2-yard line.
And he's got to be fired up about that effort. I don't think he could have walked out and placed it any better than where he ended up putting the football. That was excellent.
Well, the Niners going back on offense now late in this first half. And they may be content to take this 7-0 lead into the locker room. We'll see. They start on the ground with McCaffrey. And he'll take this up to about the 7 or 8 yard line. Now San Francisco going to call their second timeout as they'll stop it with just over 40 seconds to go in the first half. Here now, 2nd and 4. Here's Goff. And he's got McCaffrey open, complete. And he'll be out of bounds up past the 10-yard line. On 1st down, Goff. And he'll dump this off to his running back, McCaffrey. So the completion good for 6 yards, and it'll be 2nd down. The final shot before break here. Goff. Got a man. That's Ayuk. And he's going to be touchdown, but he's got the first down. So we've come upon halftime here in Week 17. As we'll send you back over to Orlando with our EA Sports Halftime Report. Here's Jonathan Coachman.
Okay, Brandon, thanks very much. More from you and Charles in a bit. But first, time for a look around the NFL to see what's going on here in the late window. Lastly, let's check on one final game for you. And you can see they are scoreless as they play the second quarter. Meanwhile, in our game, just the lone touchdown accounting for all the scoring. A tight one, 7-0 is the score. And for the call of the second half, we send it back to our broadcast team of Brandon Godden and Charles Davis.
Okay, Coach, thanks as always. This one's still anyone's game as we welcome you back for quarter number 3. It's the 49ers out in front, and they will get the football first as well as we are back and started in the second half. And makes it across the 20 as his guys will set up shop at the 23-yard line.
Here comes the 49ers offensive unit as they'll have it first to begin this third quarter. Goff on first down.
And this throw a bit late as he couldn't reach back for it. 2nd and 10.
Now Goff. They'll set up the screen to McCaffrey. And he will lose yardage on the play. Back at his own 19-yard line. So that'll go as a 4-yard loss on the play. And that'll force upon him a 3rd and 14.
Heck of a play there to get to him quickly and get him down for a loss.
I think they did a really nice job getting ready for this game, scouting, watching film, and understanding defensively what the play design was.
Going to need a crafty play call here. 14 yards is what they need to try to convert this thing.
Complete. He had nowhere to throw, so he just tossed it away. But that brings up 4th.
Well, that's a good piece of quarterbacking right there because he certainly felt the pressure coming. The alternative, getting sacked for the first time. He didn't like that option at all. Did a nice job saving yardage by throwing that one away.
Here comes the 49ers punter now as he's on to punt for the first time this afternoon. And a fair catch taken back near about the 35, 36-yard line. So a change of possession here on the punt. And the Bucs will get ready to go on offense. Now we take a glance at the offense as they work their way back out for their first possession of the second half. And both of these defenses have been stifling these last few drives offensively. Just not able to get anything going, so what needs to change?
I think a lot of the guys will go back and review, so to speak, because everyone has someone assigned to how did each play work. Okay, what did we use that kind of worked for us during this game? Try and get back to some of those plays, as well as the possibility of showing something you haven't shown already in this game and trying to change things up.
We'll see if they take the advice of Mr. Davis.
Only gets 3 yards there on the heels of the 1-yard pickup. Sets up 3rd and 6.
I do know from experience that when you slow down someone's running game, you're now doing the dictating on defense. And guess what? Now you're getting ready to tee off on their quarterback because they have to throw it all the time. But you still have to be alert for the draws and other plays of that nature to make sure you don't get hurt.
On 3rd down, Mayfield.
That is caught, and he is going to have the Buccaneers first down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion.
I don't care how many times we see it. I still get a kick out of watching quarterbacks and receivers do the pass tree in pregame warm-up. But I always remember that when we go to practices, we see that after practices as well. They really tune it up, don't they?
They tune it up. They know why they do it for these situations. First down.
And they build that trust, and that's why they're able to find him in this type of a situation.
First down, here's White.
And he edges forward, but only gets a pair of yards out of it. And it's 2nd down.
Now Mayfield.
And there's a short one taken in by Otten.
So give him 2 yards there on the completion. And now 3rd down and 6 to go. Mayfield to throw it. And the throw there going to be incomplete. Just a little beyond the reach there of his receiver. That's probably one he wishes he had back.
He wishes it had been 7-on-7 in practice, or maybe even routes versus air, because that's a completion he makes, what, 9.9 times out of 10? Just missed that one.
And this is going to wind up left. Well struck, but it's no good, and this will stay at a 7-point game. Now making their way out onto the field. These guys definitely hoping for a better showing than their last appearance. They couldn't really even move the football much beyond the shadows of their own goalpost, Charles. We'll see if they can get a better, more sustained drive going here.
Yeah, and every team that we ever talk to says the exact same thing. When you start a drive from that deep in your own territory, the goal is a minimum of at least 2 first downs, because even if you have to punt then, you change the field position, right? You flip the field a little bit. They didn't get that done. This time they want to string together a nice drive and help themselves out.
And a nice run. They're going to take this close to the first down marker at the Bucs 37. Here's 3rd and a few inches. They'll try and pick it up with McCaffrey. And he gets it to the 34. Good enough for the first. Only 3 there on the pickup, but that's enough to move the chains.
Well, partner, what do you think? Might have been 4-down territory if they didn't pick it up, but...
Yeah, it's a moot point now. I was curious, so if they didn't get it there, would they have gone for it? I guess we'll never know.
Yeah, we didn't have to make that call, but I have a feeling both of us would have said, go for it.
From the 34 now, here's 1st and 10. On first down, this is McCaffrey. And the second wave of tacklers is going to get him as they stop him behind the line. He'll lose a yard there, and it's 2nd and 11. And as they come to the line, they will not be able to get off another play as time has run out on this 3rd quarter. This is the National Football League on EA Sports. On 2nd down, McCaffrey. And this time not quite to the 30. It'll be down at the 31-yard line.
All right, that's a decent game there, but it hasn't been his best game overall. So I wonder what the mindset is of his team. Do they want him to handle the football and try and close this game out? Or are they going to make an alternative plan and maybe go in a different direction?
I think they need him, and this is his time to shine. And that will be incomplete. Well, they weren't scared to let it fly, but it falls to the ground and brings up 4th down. And this one is right through, and that will extend their lead even further. So that's, CD, an important one here in the 4th quarter.
And that importance cannot be overstated. All eyes on both sidelines were staring that one down all the way. The significance is that they made it a 2-score game. Still lots of time left to go, but likely that was their goal at the start of the drive. Get 3 points, make it a 2-score game, and they were able to get it done.
And Tampa Bay trots out there now. And you're still in this game. I mean, yeah, you haven't scored. Offense obviously has struggled, but you're only 2 scores down, so all hope not lost.
Not at all, because we were talking about the NFL, and teams can score fast in this league. Quick strikes, you're right back in it. You're exactly right. Keeping hope alive.
Now the first play of the drive there is incomplete. An incomplete pass leads to 2nd and 10 from the 25. To throw, Mayfield. Otten brings it in over the middle. They get 7 out of that, so they're left with a 3rd and 3. One thing I think that's safe to say defensively, the tackling's been really good.
And because of that, it's been very, very hard for them to move the ball because you're not getting the benefits of run after catch. They're tackling them almost on the spot. That means you have to run extra plays, harder to move it.
And that's knocked away and incomplete.
How about some applause for the defense there? They forced him to throw that one into coverage, and just like that, they're staring at a 4th down. Well done.
And they're indeed going to go for it here on 4th down. So trailing here in the last quarter. Let's see how this plays out. Desperation time. Mayfield on 4th down. They're looking for Godwin, but it's intercepted. It's Jair Brown who's got it. And they will set up shop in enemy territory at the 42-yard line. Well, I guess an interception at this point on 4th down is just as bad as an incomplete pass. Either way, the ball goes over the other side.
Yeah, it's a tough spot to be in this late in the game, and there's not a whole lot he can do there. And he winds up giving the ball away.
The 49ers offense now, they work their way back onto the field. They have to like the position that they are in. 4th quarter, 2-score lead, and now the ball back after the INT. Now Goff on 1st down. Completes it to the tight end, Kittle. And he'll be stopped at the 35, but not before he picks up 7 yards. 2nd down and 3. Up the gut, McCaffrey. And he's going to have to protect the football and take his lumps here at this stage of the game as they stop him behind the line. It'll be a loss of a full 3 yards there, and it also brings up 3rd down. And the trend continues here in the 4th like it was in the 1st, 2nd, and 3rd. He's had nowhere to run.
And you're probably thinking to yourself, why do they keep feeding him the football? Well, they trust him first and foremost. They do believe that over time he might actually pop one of these runs. But bottom line is he takes care of the ball well for them, so they'll keep handing it to him.
The Niners on 3rd down, 2 for 5 to this point. This will be 3rd and 5. Now it's Goff. Pass taken in by his big tight end. And he is going to have a Niners 1st down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion. 5th catch of the afternoon, and that gives him a 1st down. 2 minutes left to play in this football game here on EA Sports. So it's 49er football here as we get you reset. Line of scrimmage, the 31 now on 1st and 10. McCaffrey running up the middle. And he's able to work his way down inside the red zone to the 19-yard line. So fresh out of the 2-minute warning, and here's another timeout taken with 1:55 remaining. So here's a 1st and 10 now down inside the 20. They stay on the ground. McCaffrey again. And he's going to push his way down to about the 12. So they got that one, Charles, against the center.
And let's remember how difficult it is for the center, because remember, he's got to snap the ball to put the play in motion, and sometimes you got that big guy on your nose. You got sometimes where he's coming at you at an angle. It's a difficult job for him to snap the ball and then execute his block.
2nd and long, but you got to figure this almost certainly another run. They'll give it up to McCaffrey. And they'll bring him down at the 13-yard line. The Bucs forced to use their 3rd and final timeout as they'll head to the sideline and talk over what to do next. Goff now to throw. That's to the right side, complete to Kittle. And even though he gets out of bounds to stop the clock, it's not going to matter. That 1st down going to be enough to write a finish to this one. He's been the go-to guy. They needed a big play there on 3rd down. Went his way. It worked out.
Doesn't matter whether they scouted it or that they think he's going to get the ball. He has a knack for finding his way open and completing the connection.
Game in hand, the offense takes the knee. Moved back to the 10. They'll try on 2nd and goal here. This is McCaffrey on the give. And running room hard to come by here. He gets it down to the 8. Goff with a kneel down here, and that should put a conclusion to this one. So here we go. It's Jake Moody now in a big spot. From the left hash, should be a fairly easy one here. Certainly not the highest of scoring games, Charles. Their offense did some okay things. Not a lot of points on the board, but enough for the win with how their defense was playing in this one.
Yeah, they certainly brought their A game, didn't they? They weren't fooled by anything that was presented to them from start to finish. That defense, they might as well have told their offense, guys, just kick a field goal. We've got it today.
So for San Francisco, the win will be number 11 for them on the year. That's a wrap for Charles Davis. I'm Brandon Gaudin. And this has been a presentation of the NFL on EA Sports. For more, check us out at easports.com. The 49ers get the win here at home as we say so long from Santa Clara.
Hey, Big Daddy, where you going? Call me Flo Millie, I be flowing, yeah. Skinny, thick pockets on some arms. I be really rapping, I be damn. Michael Jackson, I'm the baddest, Around here, might go get it tatted, yeah. Say the magic, what? Pretty little thing, getting ratchet, yeah. Told me that I couldn't, oops, I did it again. I don't like you, I don't wanna pretend. If he ain't spending money, I just go with a friend. If you can give me dollars, give me pound, give me in. Purple, black, made back, yeah, that's me. That ain't free. Ain't dead to me, R.I.P. That still, she ain't me. Tell me what you want from me. Tell me what you want from me. Tell me what you want from me. Man, what do you want from me? If I wanna test me, I ace it. I don't wait for nobody, I'm impatient. Trip off who? I'm on vacation. I pop when I do it, I'm flagrant. Never is out, baby. Please don't compare me to that's basic. The money only thing I'm chasing. Body snatch, you know I'm Debbie Caking. Men like to talk it, I hate it. Ain't hitting it, I erase it. New money, many outdated. If he say he don't love me, that's hatred. Call me Miss, pull up in the latest. Double R truck, backseat, too spacious. Cartier braces, make faces. 5,500 when I pay for my laces. Tell me what you want from me. Tell me what you want from me. Tell me what you want from me.
Today, from Lucas Oil.
Here now to get us started is Logan Cook, and we are underway from Indianapolis.
Now couldn't take the chance. This will be returned from the goal line. And they'll get him down inside the 30 at the 27.
So the Colts now coming out for their opening drive. And they'll be led out by their quarterback now in his third season in the league.
And no excitement unless you're on the defensive team of last week in his numbers, because the only excitement he really generated was the one interception he threw.
Yeah, no touchdown passes.
Yeah, and his team wasn't real thrilled about that. And they lost the game. So I know this week has been tough on him because he's been working hard. Fundamentals, footwork, finding the right targets. And bottom line, how do they get a win?
And he takes us up to the 40-yard line before being corralled. 13 yards on the game's opening play. First and 10. Here's Richardson with it. And he'll protect himself at the end here as he winds up getting pretty decent yardage.
2 yards to go, second down. Now it's Richardson.
It's a short one here, complete to the tight